Alright everybody, I want to give a brief update on the Sicce CO2 Life CO2 system that I've been working with for the last several days with the brand new Scape. As you can see, the plants seem to be doing okay, but quite frankly they look exactly the same as they did before I installed this thing. Like I've been saying for the longest time, I have high hopes, but you know, the technology, from what people have said, is a little janky, but I'm giving it a shot. I can see CO2 mist coming out right over there. Not so much on this side, but definitely on this side. The thing is, I would rather have it over here, which is where I had it initially for the longest time, for several days. But no matter what, no matter how high I turn the dial on top there, no matter how much I adjusted it, my drop checker here never seemed to change at any given point. So out of a fit of frustration, I decided to move it over to the center of the tank, roughly the center. As much as I don't like that look, but at least the driftwood kind of sort of distracts you a little bit from it, but obviously not at all. A couple of tanks that I've seen on YouTube, people are using this system in the center of the tank, and I'm assuming that's because the pressure from the pump, even though on the box says it's revolutionary and it's really strong and really powerful, I'm pretty sure it just doesn't push the CO2, but maybe not even halfway through the tank. It raises up and disperses into the air. But I'm giving it a shot. I moved it over here and I turned it up pretty much at full blast, which I was a little hesitant to do, but I figured I'd give it a shot and see what happens. So I guess this is technically video 2 of the Sicce CO2 experience. Like I wanted to give everybody kind of an update and just kind of show some of the plants. I mean, I'm no expert and I'm no pro at this, but plants look okay. I bought a package of root tabs, popped them in every so often throughout the tank, and I'm sure that's helping. I really like the Anubias I have. Eventually, if I can get this thing to really work and the Anubias maybe starts to take off a little more, I'm going to tie a few more pieces. I'm thinking here, there, and probably on the bottom. Obviously, careful not to bury the rhizomes, and that's a really important thing that I actually learned from Dustin's fish tanks. Shout out to Dustin, Dirty Dustin Fish Tanks. He is adamant about not burying the rhizomes, and had I not actually watched his videos and subscribed to his channel, I would have never known that. But anyhow, yeah, so far so good. I'm keeping a really close eye on the drop checker because this is going on full blast. I don't know if this may maybe gas the fish. I really don't think it will, considering I had it 3/4 the way turned full blast, and I couldn't get this thing to change at all. And I know there's nothing wrong with this drop checker. This is high quality from Cal Aquatics, Aquatic Lab, Aqua Lab actually, excuse me. So I know that it works. It's a quality piece of glass, good reference solution, good indicator solution. So I know there's nothing wrong on that end. So it's got to be this thing. It's got to be. But I'm gonna keep messing with this, keep working with it until I see some sort of improvement. If I don't get anything out of this drop checker from this today, if it doesn't change color at all whatsoever, then I don't even know. It might just be back to the drawing board time and time to consider getting a pressurized system, which I'd like to, but again, we all know how expensive those are. So if you're interested in what I'm doing, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe, shoot a like, I'd appreciate it. If you have any requests or questions you have, I probably can't answer them, but I can always try point you in the right direction. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you guys later.